Serpentine MaxBlok modules. Stud Tite installation. The worker must use personal protective equipment required for this work: face shield, safety glasses, mask, gloves, and rough clothing. Make sure you have the required number of modules to complete the job. These modules should be with no internal ironwork. The work surface should be prepared so that it is free of rust, paint, and/or any other element that prevents the proper installation of the modules. Previous to the installation, prepare all the tools and equipment of protection needed. Before the start of module installation, it is required to prepare a folded batten strip. It must bend to the same thickness of the modules installed. Using a knife, cut the fiber the same measure of the thickness module. With the help of a chalk or marker for steel and a tape measure, you should mark on the wall the location of the studs used to attach the modules. This activity takes place in the bottom of the wall. Following the same procedure of the previous operation, now location marks are made at the top of the wall. Repeat the procedure of the marks location, now on the right and left extremes of the wall. With the help of a tracer, the points of the opposite ends are joined and the thread is pulled to leave a mark on the wall. This operation is done with the horizontal and vertical marks. Starting at the bottom of the wall, a stud is welded in the first mark previously made. The welding procedure for each stud will be placing welded dots in the ends of each base plate. Repeat the previous operation to weld the next stud on the next mark, and repeat placing a stud in each next mark until you end the first row. Place the first module on the first stud with visual help of the PVC tube inside the module. Locate the drilling of the internal ironwork coinciding with the stud. With the help of a ratchet and its extension, place the nut through the PVC tube and start screwing until it is securely tightened. Repeat the previous operation with the next module, and so on until you finish the first row. It is important to have enough nuts to complete the job. It is probable you will need help from another person to press the module against another to secure them on the correct position. After the first row, you must place the folded batten strip. This should be as long as the modules installed. Press lightly. On the next row, a stud is welded in the first mark previously made. The welding procedure for each stud will be placing welded dots in the ends of each base plate. Repeat the previous operation to weld the next stud on the next mark, and repeat placing a stud in each next mark until you end the first row. Before starting the installation of the second row of modules, use a slide sheet that will help the installation of the following modules. Install the first module in the row following the procedure already described, and so on to finish the row. With the help of a ratchet and its extension, place the nut through the PVC tube and start screwing until it is securely tightened. Continue welding studs and installing modules to finish the entire surface. With help from another person, close the installation by placing a steel plate to keep modules firmly placed in their location. With the help of pincers, remove the PVC tube for each module. Manually press the fiber where previously was the PVC tube. This is for closing the opening of the module. With the help of scissors, the plastic strappings are cut from each of the modules. Remove the plastic strap from the modules. Once finished covering the whole surface with modules, there is needed the use of a bomb of fumigating to spray water. Be sure that the water flow should be a constant dew. Starting from the top, spray the surface of the modules in a uniform way. Using a mesh grill, compress smooth and uniformly across the surface of the modules.